again. 10 to a bill
On the real, turn that to a stack. The rack after damn near free. At the worst, I'll get at least double the money back. Gary V told me to get it. Reezy showed me to flip though.
Yeah, they got me up in the crib, 2 kids, 33 years old, trying to get dough.
Already knew I had to get that. Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome to episode number 20 of Reezy Talks. Previously Money Talks, but I didn't like the name. I ain't rolling with that no more. It's now Reezy Talks. And what is up? How is everybody doing? I got a figgity fat stack of mail time here to go through. There's a whole nother box here under this one that you can't see. And then this tube. And then there's even a package. There's even a package that's for Rosa Reezy. So when she gets home in a little bit, I'm going to have her on the show. And then she can open that one up. But what is up? How is everybody doing? How is the YouTube world? All my resellers. What's up, guys? How are you? How are you doing? Where is the... Oh, I'm not even on my own video. 1 second, guys. I'm bringing up the chat for you guys. Yeah. Shout out to the Thriftologist. He's in here. That's an administrator keeping the chat clean of all the haters. What up with Mother's Mustache, Tyrone, Balarezo, Miggity Mike coming through. What's up, Posh Hanger? How you doing? I saw you backing me up on that hatred post that, you know what I mean, hear no evil, speak no evil. We ain't going to keep that going because it ain't even real. It's just fake haters trying to bait me. Because they hate me, because they ain't me. Either way, we're coming through. Reezy Talks, episode number 20. I'm coming through with a couple rhymes, trying to be funny. What up, Flipty Flip? What up, Yahoo? What up, Jack Browning? What up, Thrifty Bish? Momo Hustle. Smash the like button, because you know you're going to like it, even before I write it. I'm not even writing anything. This is just, it's speaking. So, coming through. What up, Red Rocket TV? What up, D? How is everybody doing? Kayla Vasquez, Marvin the Magi. I'm also simulcasting on Instagram. So if you guys have any questions, please put question in all caps. And then after that, put your question. And moderators, please keep copy those questions into like a text thing so that when I need a question, you can just throw those questions, because I know you guys get down on the live chat and it just makes it nearly impossible for me to answer questions. So let me find my phone. All right. Got my phone. Got some Instagram questions we're going to go into. Damn, I just got a 1-star feedback. I'm about to have to deal with that in a minute. So yeah, super busy. Last week I was in Denver, or Denver area. Some people are probably going to call me out on that, but it was Aurora, to be technical about it, South Aurora, and I stayed in a hotel that was just a little bit on the wrong side of the tracks. So it was super ghetto, but you know what I mean. I saved a ton of money, but yeah, the breakfast sucked. Good thing there was a Marriott hotel next door, so we just walked over there like we owned the place, and we had breakfast at the Marriott. So shout out to the Marriott for taking care of me, because Extended Stay America, they wasn't taking care of me. Let me go onto Instagram to see the questions that you guys posted on my Ask for Questions. One thing I want to talk about is the meetup that we did. While I was in Denver area, we had a little Reezy Ninjas meetup organized by Caleb Roth, the book flipper. That's his Instagram handle. The dude is a genius. He's the creator of eFlip software and also the creator of the best book scouting app ever existed, which it's not even out yet. That's how confident I am that it's going to be the best. It's called Scout IQ. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So when it comes out, I'm going to have a link for you guys to use to sign up. And I would appreciate if you use that link, because that would help me out and it's not going to cost you anything. And trust me, it's out to be the best software ever. It's going to have Apple Watch integration. You feel me? So you won't even need to have your phone out when you're scanning. You'll just get your alerts on your watch, which is going to be mega. But back to the meetup, we had about 10, 15 people come out or whatever. Some people that knew me, some people that didn't. We just spit game for a minute. We talked about what everybody was doing, where everybody was going, what they want to do, what are their goals. Some, we introduced people, some people followed me, but they didn't follow Posh Hanger, or they didn't follow Watch Me Amazon. So we we had a little community dinner, did a dinner. Of course, it was pizza. That's the only thing I ever eat. And so, yeah, we had a little community meal, and we built the community up a little. I was like, you don't follow Posh Hanger? Oh, man, you slipping. You don't follow Watch Me Amazon? Oh, man, you slipping. You don't follow Secondhand Swagger? Oh, man, you slipping. So watch out there. I'm trying to make a YouTube video, packages. Jeez. But anyway, so we ate a bunch of pizza. We kicked it. Shout out to Estrella for giving us a ride home. She wouldn't even let me pay for my own food. I tried, but, you know, I don't try too hard. And I'm not going to come with too many rebuttals when you're offering to pay for my meal. That's just how it goes. Shout out to Red Rocket TV. She's in the chat. She actually gave us a ride to the event. Shout out to Joseph Gallegos, who brought his kids out. Had a pretty good time, you know. It's always nice to see people with their kids. But yeah, it's funny. Alyssa came out too, and she was like, they don't know me, Dad. They ain't gonna know me. Like, they don't know me. No, she didn't say it like that. But anyways, so she comes out, and then, like, I put her on blast. I was like, yeah, and Alyssa didn't think like anyone knew her or whatever. And they were like, oh, you mean the girl that does this? And so she got like a little happy and stoked about that. But we had a good time. Generally all good people. And there was a nice little I forget the name of it. If you remember, or if you're on the show, put it in the box, in the chat box. There's like a Denver resellers or a Denver Amazon group that you guys could be a part of if you live out there, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, we had a good dude. Denver is so hot, and then like hailing at nighttime. I'm not built for that. You feel me? So let's go on. Anyone? Yeah, if you're in the chat, it's okay to answer the questions that are asked in the chat, but please make sure they get posted in bold with questions so that I can answer them on the show for everybody else. And I do have a bunch of packages to open, so let's just get into these packages because I'm excited to open these damn things. So this first package is from Barb Bazaar in Ohio. So let me open this thing up. Hopefully I don't cut myself. Remember that one time when I cut myself on the live show? That wasn't that cool. Bleeding all. It was the Kuji, right? I think it was the Kuji, and I almost got blood on the Kuji. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Okay, I'm reloading. Pulling it out. Oh, this is cool. I already saw this. Hold up. Wait up, Mr. Lover. This is pretty cool. Check this out, guys. I love Pac-Man. I think this is a vintage sticker. Yeah, vintage Pac-Man Midway sticker. I love Pac-Man. Dang. Should have put some deodorant on. That is not a good smell. I love Pac-Man. Y'all know I love Pac-Man, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, Barb Bazaar. What else do we got in here? We got another I love Pac-Man sticker. You know what I mean? Let's see. What's the third one? Another I love Pac-Man sticker. I'm putting this on my arcade. If you guys didn't know, I have a cocktail arcade in my house. It's running, what's it called? Hyperspin. I think it's called Hyperspin. I'm not exactly sure. I totally forget. I'm out the game, but I built it a long time ago. I built the computer inside, and it's running some kind of a front end, and it has all kinds of emulator. It has every arcade game ever, every Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Game Boy, etc. But my favorite game is by far is Miss Pac-Man Sped Up Edition. And just a little side story, and another one. The reason why I have an arcade in my house, besides the fact that I always wanted one, is because I built my whole life around the movie Big, starring Tom Hanks. And he had an arcade, so I figured I'm going to need an arcade too. That one's done. Thank you very much, Barb's Bazaar. Let's see her. Here's her little business card. Bottles in the barn. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. Focus, you automatic jocus. See the other side. All right, guys. Go check out her store. And here's the other one. Unique Flower Chick, the Flower Fest. I guess they got two businesses. Come on. Come on, focus, focus. Unique Flower Chick, the Flower Fest. And that is the Etsy store is Unique Flower Chick on Etsy, and on eBay, the Flower Fest. Oh, sheesh. Making all kinds of noise, spilling all my toys. All right, so let's go on to the next one, guys. This is from freshemporium.com. This is not a I actually purchased this. So shout out to Brian, the Oakbrook clothier from Ohio, because he linked me to this item and I purchased it. I actually purchased this just a few days ago when I was in woo! This is some heat, guys. This is some heat from the street. Yee! Look at it, guys. It's a reversible Jordan champion jersey, size 44. That's my size. Oh, man. I am so excited to wear this thing. The screen is clean. Screen is clean. Looking mean. Oh, man, hold up. I'm going to hit it to the red side real quick. You know what I mean? So if you're in a town where you can wear that much red, boom, got it. It's like a magic trick. It's two shirts in one. You spill coffee on one side, you just flip it to the other, baby. I wanted this, man, I wanted this since 6th grade probably. So I am so hyped to have this one. I got a good deal on this. The screen is really clean. It looks better than what I expected based off the description. But shout out to the Fresh Emporium because I copped this for $40. I'm pretty stoked on that price. You got to treat yourself a little bit, right, guys? Man, that is clean. That is so clean. That is the epitome of sauce. That is marinara right there, baby. Let's go. I'm going to skip this one. I think that one has to do something with Rosa also. This next package is from Mass Vintage in Leominster, Massachusetts. So let me go and I got a real knife this time. That way I don't just like chop my finger off like I did last time. Be very careful. So you don't want to cut the fuego, whatever happens to be in here. Shout out to Johnny Francisco 23. Said he just copped a Pippen jersey from 95-96 champion. Oh, check out this hat we just got right here. Hold up. We got a couple hats in here. So I got this hat. First hat. It says Mass Vintage. Little Massachusetts joint. This would go good with my Circle of Greatness shirt. Snap back. Looking so fly. About to give you a cataract. Man, it got some stickers in there too. Did you know there was stickers in there, bro? Dang. Stickers all up in there. Next one is right here. This is, I guess it's a hockey hat. Vintage Mass. Boom, got some more stickers in there. Check it out, guys. Got that bull on it. If you guys know what team or whatever this is from, holler at me because you know your boy is not a sports aficionado. A lot of times people think I know about sports or whatever. Like, we're going to get them tonight, Reezy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and it's like, turns out I'm wearing my Sharks hat and the Sharks are playing tonight. So it's a common misconception that I know anything about sports. I know so little about sports that I'll hear a rap song and I'll hear something and I'll have to turn to Scotty and be like, hey, was that a rap? Was that a sports reference? Because I didn't get it. And he's like, yeah, that was a sports reference, Reezy. So-and-so team, so-and-so squad. Exactly. So get on to the next one here. Thank you very much for the hats. Postal Plus in Michigan. People just mailing me all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what's in here. Hold up. We got a note. Note alert. It says, keep up the great work, homie. Reezy, thanks for everything you do. As I said before, nothing is expected from this package. If so, cool. If not, hopefully we can set something up for down the road. Semi-partnership regarding restricted products. These are a few real nice finds and a couple different ones. Do what you will with them. Wish the best for you. Thank you, Arthur Melcher. Thank you, Arthur. Appreciate that. I'm going to check these out real quick. Apparently these are some restricted products. And homie wants me to either sell these myself, make a partnership. I don't know. We're going to check it out. We got Poker Game. We got Smackdown for PSP. Oh, this one's tight. We got Shogun Assassin. We got some Kung Fu. 1-2 Kung Fu. Fusion Frenzy Xbox. PlayStation 2. Ratchet and Flank. Up Your Arsenal. That's a pretty little cheeky name. SpongeBob SquarePants PSP. running out of room here, guys. Oh, and here's this one. Is this a video game? This computer game, I'm guessing. Naoki Urasawa's Monster box set. No, these are DVDs. Cool. Well, I'm gonna check that stuff out. And here's the last one. Thomas and Train. I know I can sell this brand actually, so I'll definitely sell that stuff. You know me, I will sell it. I will sell it like it is. Let's go with this package. I already opened this up. This is from Tom Lally from Minerva, Ohio, to someone named Reezy Resells, whoever that is. Let's get the note first. There's a note. There's a card alert. Card alert. Oh, I know who this is. I remember this shirt. I believe I met this couple in Chicago at the bar, and we talked for a good while, and it was pretty awesome. So in this envelope is some stickers. Dual Sport Delinquents. Boom. Patches and stickers. We got some patches. We got some stickers. I love stickers. I love patches. DSD Worldwide. Little Beamer ripoff logo. How you guys doing over there on Instagram? You seem to have chilled out a little bit. There ain't no comments coming. This is a shirt that Tom's wife was wearing, and I complimented her on the shirt, and she was like, "You like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do like it. My wife would love that style of shirt." And she was like, "You can have it. I'll mail it to you." And I was like, "For real, you don't have to mail me this shirt." She mailed me the shirt. So this is a gift for Rosa. And in the back, it looks like there's a bag, cool little bag deal. Check out the print, though. This is a very nice shirt. Let's go into this one because I don't have any idea what this one is, but let's go. Go, man. Let's go. Look at this bright yellow bumblebee right here. BTM. I don't know what that means. You guys are going to have to let me know. BTM. Neon. Super neon. It was so neon it blurred out my camera. Oh, I do know what this is. I remember. They are ex-carnies, and this must be from the carnival that they used to work at for years and years. Years and years. Yeah, so that's what these shirts are from the carnival. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. And I do remember meeting up with you guys. So these, I don't know how throwback these are, but I don't think this carnival is existing anymore. So shout out to Carnies. Those are my people. I know a couple Carnies. My boy Rich Humphrey, he used to be at Carney. So shout out to Carnies for keeping the rides going. Let's get into some questions. I need to notate the time on this video right now so that when I make the podcast, I can cut out the box opening for the podcast. Let's go to Instagram and get these questions answered. It looks like we got 11 questions. So from Hans Gastiger, he says, how do you make sure you consistently have high energy levels and motivation? Thanks for all you do, Reezy. So for one, I drink a lot of coffee. For two, there's so many options and opportunities available. I don't understand how you could not be motivated. It's there's just too much. You can do everything you want, and it's never been easier to do it. And so when I wake up in the morning, I'm excited for the opportunities available. It's just ridiculous. The time we're living in, there's no better time to live in. Things change so fast that as long as you pay attention to the market, you'll have a huge advantage over everyone else. And it's just intense, right? So I'm just hyped about life and the opportunities and all the magic ability that's happening. So it's just like, how are you hyped? How are you not hyped? And I know that's another Gary V ripoff, but it's the truth, right? Surprise. So there's that one. The Smell Good guy says, do you sell on FBA or eBay? If so, which do you prefer? Thanks in advance. FBA is a method of fulfillment on Amazon. So technically those aren't an apples to apples comparison, but I sell a little bit on eBay and 95% on Amazon. So, and we do use fulfillment by Amazon. We don't merchant fulfill anything because we don't have time for that stuff. I'd rather focus on growing and scaling my business, finding products, sourcing, and sending them in. Merchant fulfilling orders is not something I want to spend my time doing. which do I prefer? I prefer Amazon over eBay because it's easier to list a lot of stuff on Amazon much quicker. You don't have to take pictures and you don't have to write descriptions on Amazon. All that stuff is already populated. So that's the quickest and easiest way I can explain why I prefer Amazon over eBay. It's just easier to list stuff. They have pictures and descriptions already. John Case at the JC Files, he told me, what are the good pizza places in London? Bro, you live in Manchester. See, I got it right. So you should know this, not me. I'm counting on you guys out there in London to help me find the good pizza over there. I'm trying to become the world's foremost authority on pizza. Y'all know I'm a pizzanista. The next question, that was just John breaking my balls. Next question, Thrift in the Matrix says, please explain the FBA storage fees. I'm trying to determine what dead pile items I'm going to send to Amazon, and I don't want to waste my time. Or is it okay just send everything in and hope it sells? It's definitely not okay to just send everything in and hope it sells. And this is kind of a rude question, man. Like, explain the FBA storage fees. Google it. Go to Google and type FBA storage fees and read it and break it down. You should know this and you should understand this to a T, and you should not be asking someone this question. You should be looking it up and reading it yourself and knowing it intimately, because if you don't know those things and you start sending stuff into Amazon, you're going to be screwed. So make sure you know that, or else you're going to be stuck in the matrix forever. Posh Hanger says, what are your thoughts on Nike getting into Amazon? Good for them. What took them so long? I mean, it sucks for third-party sellers that have been creaming the crop on Nikes, you know, myself included. But what can you do? You know, nobody can beat Amazon, and Nike finally wised up and joined them. So I guess I'm just thankful for the time that we did have, but we don't really know exactly what's happening. So for now, Nike will be selling a limited select amount of SKUs on Amazon, and for any SKU that Nike sells on Amazon, it will be restricted for third-party sellers to sell. I have a little over 700 SKUs of Nike products on Amazon, and I only got 2 notifications, so I'm not super worried. The other thing is I know that a lot of the shoes that we get from like Marshalls or Ross or whatever, they're no longer made by Nike. They're like last year's style or whatever. And if customers want those shoes and Nike's not producing them or selling them, I find it hard to believe that Amazon's going to not allow the third-party sellers to sell them. Basically, Amazon wants to make money. Our job is flesh and blood robots to fill in the product gaps that Amazon themselves isn't selling or that they haven't had brand relations with to sell. So I don't see Amazon chopping down the axe on third-party sellers that are fulfilling the demand for Nike products that they need. Sounds like Luna's in the house right now. Matthew Baker says, question, for the past 2 weeks, my buy box eligible column on Amazon keeps jumping back and forth from yes to no for all books. Has this ever happened to you? I've been selling on Amazon FBA for over 1 year and always showed yes for eligibility up until the past 2 weeks, whereas now been jumping back and forth between yes and no for buy box eligible column. All my metrics are perfect, and I'm not sure why some days I'm eligible for the buy box and others I'm not. Have you experienced this at all? This is quite frustrating, as emails to Amazon result in the generic response of how to improve metrics. Well, I'm at 100% positive, competitively reprice all books, respond to customer messages fast, and do everything else to have perfect metrics for FBA. Any ideas or suggestions? Not at all. I want you on the show, though, right now. Are you ready to come on, Rosa?
Not yet. Give me 5. I just got here.
All right, sure.
Push your bag.
So about that question, sorry for the interruption, guys, but Rosa just came in. About that question, yeah, it seems to be either there's no definitive answer on this one right now. I also am not buy box eligible for stuff, and I haven't noticed it flipping back and forth. Still making sales, so I'm not 100% sure what is happening. And I haven't been able, I've been super busy. I've been traveling. I haven't had the time to contact Amazon regarding this. I wouldn't recommend emailing them. I wouldn't recommend chatting. I recommend phone calling them. And I recommend talking to a domestic native English speaking customer service agent. So when you get on the phone, ask for an account specialist. You might have to be on the phone for a half hour before you get a hold of anyone that knows half a shit what they're talking about. But we need to figure this out, and I would appreciate your guys' help on this issue. I have heard a rumor that some larger sellers have said that this was an order that was decreed from the top and came down on Amazon third-party sellers that, you know, they're not going to be buy box eligible. I'm not certain exactly what the deal is, but we're going to adapt. We're going to find a way, and we're going to continue hustling. So I'm sorry I don't really have the answer for that question, but we're all in the same boat on that for sure. So Courtesy says same thing, same thing. Let's see. FBA Book Lady says, what about video games? Do you sell many of those? I want to get into games too, but I'm not sure if they're as lucrative as books and easy to sell by checking FBA scan like with books. Any advice there is appreciated. Definitely. Video games are a great item to sell, whether they're vintage or newer. The problem is with a lot of newer games is that, you know, they're downloaded games or whatever, so there's not an actual physical game to sell. But you can do title searches in FBA scan for games, and even better, I forget the name of the website, but there's a website that keeps track of reselling prices for vintage video games, and it'd be in your best interest to like take the top 20 or the top 100 and just make a little sheet and put that in your pocket or in your wallet so you can remember offhand which games are going to be worth money. Like everyone knows that when you see a Mario game, you know, grab that game. Nintendo 64, Mario anything, that's going to be worth money. But just educate yourself on that. If not, you can do title searches, and games are great. If you only get the cartridge, what we like to do is we'll cut out a little piece of cardboard slightly bigger than the game, put the game on the cardboard, and then shrink seal it together or put it in a poly bag and make it super tight, and then put the sticker on the outside of the bag or shrink seal. DJ B Resells said, if you add new channels such as Mexico.mx, does that allow your current inventory to be sold to them, or do you need additional inventory at other fulfillment centers? Yes, it's completely different, guys. It's like a whole nother website. So if you do .ca or .mx, you have to list inventory on that platform, and then it will sell to them. So you can turn on, what is it called? Global export in your settings, which will make it so that those items do get shipped or are sellable to different countries.
Somebody wanted to join us.
Okay, come on the show. Hold on, guys. Welcome to the show, Luna, Reezy, and Rosa Reezy. Don't worry about move those stuff, Rosa. Luna, say hi. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Look at the camera. That's the camera.
Hi.
Did you have fun at gymnastics?
I was a very good girl.
You were very good. Was she good, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so first,
She got a high five from Teacher Yuri.
there's a shirt that was for you that you just threw on the ground.
You told me to move all this stuff. This one?
Yeah, open that. Here, Luna, scoot over, please.
Daddy,
Come over here.
Did you get one of those things for me?
No, no one sent anything for you yet. But I did get these stickers.
Look at her little tiny
Look at-
face.
Look, you got stickers. There's no crying allowed on my live show, so don't be crying. What? Yes, here we got you. One thing did come for you. I forgot, Luna. It's Thomas the Train set. What do you think?
Woo!
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool? All right, you can look at it when we're done. Let's put it to the side.
Pretty cool.
So over here we got Rosa Reezy. Let me turn the
Camera's up
camera
here.
a little bit. There we go. All right, guys. So open that up. That's for you. That's from Tom Lawley. Him and his wife. I met them in Chicago. They were super nice. She was actually wearing this shirt, and I was like, oh, that shirt's rad. My wife would wear something like that. And she's like, oh, really? I'll mail it to you. And I was like,
Same
no.
shirt?
Yeah. I was like, don't mail me it.
Nice.
And yeah, she did anyways. Cool. Hold
She
it over
did
here so everyone
anyways.
can see.
This looks just like for you. It's red and it's kind of like roses.
Love it.
Right? It'll
Yeah.
fit you. Nice
Yeah.
wild style shirt for you.
So you just told somebody you liked their shirt.
And then they were
And
like,
then they
I'll
sent
mail
it
it
to
to you.
you.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
That's very nice.
Very nice, right?
You didn't have to. Basically, get your shirt off their back.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Literally.
what happens when people care about you. They won't let you pay for your meals, and they give you the shirt right off their back. Hold on, Luna. Sit back. You want to go play with that?
Well, I need to open it on the show.
No. Just go open it over here and
Show
play with
everybody
it.
what you got. Woo!
I want to open it on the live show because Mom opened her thing on the live show.
June, I'm downstairs. I hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
So-
gonna open it this up
Hold on.
here.
Hold on. Here, open it over here. I want Mama to open her shirt right now.
No.
my shirt.
Go ahead.
I just did.
Oh, open this package. Sorry. I almost blew it. Open that package.
Something in there might be for me.
Rosa's opening a package.
Something
This
in
video is
there
going to
must
have to be
for me.
edited a lot for the podcast. This is from Glass City Picker. It says,
Okay, let me read it.
yeah, I want you to read it. Stop, Luna.
Please accept this gift as a token of appreciation for all the value and inspiration you and your family deliver each and every day. Sincerely, Moose. Moose.
Moose.
Moose.
Moose,
Moose.
the Glass City Picker.
AKA Glass City Picker. Insta.
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
Let's see what this is.
You can help me?
Mm-hmm. Oh man!
Rosa,
another
try to
piece.
keep it over here when
I'm
you're
sorry.
opening it so people can see you. Watch out, Luna. You about got decked.
Oh,
It's another bag.
hallelujah!
Get ready, guys. This is about to be
Hallelujah.
exciting.
What are you doing right now?
This is the chat on YouTube.
Oh.
And then right here is the live stream where we can see.
Shut up. No way.
Hey!
Wait, where's yours? Go get it.
No, it's over here on the sidelines.
Nah, go get it.
No, I'm not going to go get it. You're going to put it on right now?
No, go get it.
I'm not going to put it on right now. I'm sitting here.
Go, you silly, go!
No, stop. Hey, stop screaming. I got to take some call-ins, and you got to stop being crazy.
All right, we're good.
Hey! We're the
Hey!
Coogee couple now, guys. We're kicking it.
Nice.
Are you hyped?
Thank you, Moose. I'm so hyped.
Moose came through. Look at that. Look at that.
It's like super comfy, warm, and the thing I always wanted in a Coogee sweater.
With the V-neck. What do you think about this
So
new
nice.
Coogee that Mama got? Luna? What do you think?
It's a 10.
10? It's a 10 out of 10?
Wait,
Mhm.
this way. 10.
All right. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Heck yeah, thanks, Moose.
I'm tired of holding that secret back. I'm like the world's worst secret keeper.
Yes. All right.
So the anxiety's been lifted off my shoulders. Go enjoy your Coogee. I
Gotta go
love
make
you.
Dinner.
Don't get anything on the Coogee, though.
No, I'm not gonna cook with it on.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, guys, if you want to call in, the number is 209-83 Reezy. I will answer.
What is this?
Wait,
few
I need some,
calls.
like, Coogee
What's
shoes
this?
now.
What is this, Dad?
Don't worry about that. Put it down. I'll answer a few calls tonight. Let me go into the Instagram.
Hey, this matches my
Comments?
sweater more than it matches yours.
Yeah. Go ahead, jack me. You always jack me for all the good stuff anyways. So,
We're gonna have shrimp. Everybody.
Selrexero says, did you have to weigh the pallet when you LTL ship? And if you did, how did you weigh it? I did not weigh the pallet. I actually just Googled what does a pallet weigh, and then I rounded up 5 pounds, and I added that to my shipment. So don't overthink it, guys. Sometimes it's as easy as Googling it. DRose55 says, any reading recommendations for new FBA sellers? I know you hype Kindle. Yeah, so if you want to read about FBA and you want to learn about FBA, this is actually, I made a YouTube video about this. I think it's called The Best Tip I Can Ever Give You or something like that, but it literally is a great tip. So what you're going to do is you're going to do when they come for, you're going to sign up for Kindle Unlimited. And I believe it's only like $10 or $15 a month. Sign up for Kindle Unlimited and then go onto the search in the Kindle Unlimited library and search for FBA, Amazon, that type of thing, retail arbitrage, whatever. And all the books that come up, those are going to be amazing. Not all amazing, but there's a lot of knowledge to be had. So what happens is Amazon forces the third-party creators that make ebooks to opt into the Kindle Unlimited platform. So all those books that people like me write, they are in the Kindle Unlimited platform, and you can read them all. So you can sign up for 1 month. You can read, the books are short, most of them, so you could read them in like 1 or 2 days, meaning, yeah, just sign up and read like, 30, 60, 90 books in a month and then log out and you'll be good. That's an immense amount of information, more than you're going to get from watching my YouTube channel. Exactly. Rosa's trying to confuse the hell out of me while I'm doing a live show.
All right, I'm done.
Let's see if you get the weight for each box on a pallet. Let's see. Going through some comments real quick. Any thoughts on Amazon new rules on textbooks? Just play it as it comes, man. However they come. If it's restricted, sell it on eBay. What's the right way to go about getting positive seller reviews? The best way to do it is to use a service that will message your buyers and ask them for feedback. So the one we use is Feedback Genius. There's also one called Feedback 5, I believe. Either one of those are going to be great for you guys to use. Let's see. Use that Google foo. This man's junk is doing their first FBA shipment right here. What is your goal as far as books sent into Amazon per month? 12,000 books. 12,000 books. That's what we try to do. Do you have your employees under contract as far as like non-compete contract and all that? Yes, we do, but it's not like it's enforceable or I'm going to take them to court or whatever. It's just a added security measure. Let's see. Bobby Ray says, how do you avoid going to thrift stores that other scanners have been to? Really, I'm not concerned with that because not everyone's thorough as I am. I mean, I guess if you guys follow me and you listen to everything I say to the T, you should be as thorough as I am. But most people are really lazy. They'll go in, they'll only scan textbooks. They'll only hit the barcodes. They won't do type-ins. I scan everything. And I type in every single type in. No books left behind. No barcodes, no CDs, no DVDs, no tapes, no VHSs, nothing left behind. If I can look it up, I'm looking it up. But the main thing to know with that is that you got to get on a schedule, right? You got to hit up all the thrift stores. You got to hit them up at different times of the day. You got to know when they put the stuff out. You got to have relations with them. So if you are doing what you're supposed to do, they should have a good relation with you and maybe text you and say, hey, we're putting the new stuff out. You should come right now. Or, they put it out at 1 after lunch or whatever. And you know what I mean? So you should be on top of it. There's no real way to avoid going to a thrift store that someone else has been to. But you can do things like clean the shelf up really nicely when you leave, like make everything really, really nice. And when you come back, if it's not really, really nice, that someone has been through there. You can also do things like my boy Rob Earthshocker now, he coined it reesing the shelf, which is when you leave and you're done, you consolidate all the empty space into one area so that when the workers come to put the new books out, they put them in that open space because they look like, where am I going to put these books? Oh, there's an open space. Boom, they put the books there. Then when you come in the next day, you know where the books are at. So that's a good thing to do. Let's see. Vivid Thrift says, trying to start my own thrift company. Where should I sell when I'm just starting out? I'm not going to answer that question. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. See, D Silva 51 says, watch some of your video this morning on getting more followers on Instagram. Went to my husband's football game he created with his brother, Play QB54, and it worked. Awesome. It definitely works. Trust me, guys. That Instagram video that I put out the other day while I was at the airport, that's fire. That's exactly everything that I did to grow my Instagram account. And because I gave you all the knowledge that I have, you should be able to grow your account faster than I grew mine. Thrifty Boss Babe says, where do you mostly source from? Online, thrift, used bookstores? We do all three of those, but mostly thrift stores on the daily with routes. Occasional, couple to 4 book sales, library book sales a month, and we'll hit, the used bookstore maybe once or twice a month. Question, can you tell us more about Scout IQ? I can tell you that you're going to quit using FBA Scan and you're going to sign up for Scout IQ using my code the day it comes out because it's going to be 10 times better than FBA Scan. By the way, who owns FBA Scan? Who runs it? We don't know them. They're not booksellers. Why are we giving them money, right? So if the product's better and it's made by someone from our community, you have no reason to not use it. Thrifty Boss Babe says the Instagram video was straight fire, helped you so much. I can't wait till some time passes by and you use that strategy so that you can see how much it actually helps you over time. The Asian entrepreneur says, what to do if books don't sell after 2 years, when to check out the same thrift store after clearing it. So 2 questions. What to do if the books don't sell after 2 years? Throw them away. Pay to get them destroyed if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Some books take more than 2 years to sell. So if it's worth it, keep it. If it's not, get rid of it. It's going to be a super niche title. It's going to be selling for, probably $40 or more if it's going to take 2 years to sell, maybe even, you know, $60, $80, depending on what the title is. Just look at the sales rank graph, see how frequently it sells. But those are any book that doesn't sell after 2 years, you better make sure it's worth enough money to keep it longer. And obviously check out the sales rank graph to see how frequently it sells. Second part is when to check out the same thrift store after clearing it. It depends. When do they put books out? How often do they put books out? If they put books out every day, you're going to go the next day. And there's a two-part reason why you go every day. If they put books out every day, you're not going just to get books. You're going to keep the cupboard bare. That way, when someone shows up after you, they go, man, this thrift store sucks. They never have good books. Every time I go there, they never have good books. Little do they know that you're there before them every day clearing them out. So keep the cupboard bare and go there every day, right? So just keep the cupboard bare. That keeps your competition down. There's very little barrier of entry to this business, and keeping the cupboard bare is one tactic that you can employ to make sure that your competition does not succeed. And it sounds savage, but it's business, guys. You got to compete, right? So let me go over to YouTube and answer some questions. So over here we got, do you have the Snapchat glasses in every color? No, I don't. I just have them in black, but Rosa just got some teal ones, and I was going to wear those, but Alyssa jacked me. So the teal ones are tight, though. They have reflective lenses instead of just black lenses. Let's see. Lance Gambus, you have a question, but you didn't write question. So appreciate if you would type question in all caps before you put a question. He says, I'm trying to sell some books with high sales rank over 4 million. Should I do Amazon merchant fulfilled, eBay, or both? You could do merchant fulfilled or you could do eBay, but if it's a book that's gonna sell, meaning like you've seen it sell, you really think it's gonna sell, I would send it into FBA because the chances are there's no copy there at FBA. And that is a reason contributing to the fact that the sales rank is very high. There's a huge difference between an item having a bad sales rank and a good supply, and a bad sales rank and a terrible supply. So if you see that there's a bad sales rank, but there's a good supply, maybe you don't want to mess with that item. But if you see that it has a bad sales rank and there's only a couple copies listed and there's no FBA copy listed, I always send in a book to FBA no matter what the rank is. If I think it's going to sell at all and it's profitable and there's no FBA offer, that to me, I always think that that's the reason that the sales rank is terrible, because there's no FBA offer. Buying, selling New Jersey without, also didn't put question, says, what ranking range indicates a product will sell fast? That's a stupid question. Watch my sales rank video. So there's a better app than FBA Scan. I missed so much. Yeah, it's not out yet, but it will be out soon. Flipty Flip says, I like your name. It sounds like Humpty Hump, says, how do you post local flips on multi-apps fast? Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Market, and such. Thanks for all the info and motivation. I don't have the answer to that. I'm sorry. I'm sure there probably is some kind of software that helps you do that fast, but I do not know. I don't sell a ton on those platforms. I mostly buy on those platforms. But Facebook Marketplace has me really excited because it's essentially like Craigslist, but it has accountability, because you can look at a seller and you can go look at their profile and you see someone, you know, giving them a hug and smiling, and you're like, all right, they can't be a complete turd. They got a girlfriend or they got kids, like they got family. They're not a weirdo in the basement chopping ice with scissors. Because if you sell or buy on Craigslist, you know, a lot of people, we call them Craigslist booshers. They never show up. You know, they say they're going to show up and you're waiting for them, and they not only don't show up, they don't even call you. So I really like Facebook Marketplace just for the accountability factor. You can look at someone and know whether or not you should be wasting your time on them. Also, the messaging to that person is really easy. Hamilton Blackwell says, question, any tips on how to sell books that don't sell on Amazon? Books that are not, I'm assuming you mean books that are not worth selling on Amazon. So sell those to your local used bookstore. They buy books. That's where the used books that they get come from. They don't go out and buy them. They buy them off people who bring them into the store. So you can then take the store credit or the cash. I recommend taking the store credit and then going through and using your, because usually the store credit offer is more. Take the store credit and then go through and scan the used bookstore and get books that are going to actually sell. So turn your trash into cash. The other way is you can sell them on Book Scouter, Indeed.com, I believe, or they have an app also. It just aggregates book buyback websites. So there's websites that buy books back from you, and you might be surprised that you'll get like $2 for this book from Palace Books, and you couldn't sell it for $5 on Amazon. The reason is because they have relations with colleges, and they have physical bookstores, and they know how much they can sell it for in the physical bookstore or to the colleges that need, 25 copies of Moby Dick or whatever. Let's see. Hamilton, question continued. For example, books that sell for only 8 to 10. Yeah. All right. Answered that question. Let's see. Question says, what do you do with teacher editions? Sell it on eBay? Sell it on eBay. If there's an Amazon listing for it, sometimes there's an Amazon listing for the teacher edition. I would just list it and sell it. I have never been reprimanded by Amazon for that, and very little students have ever said anything about teacher editions. Maybe 1 out of 100 that I've sold. Let's see. Question, any tips on hiring book scouters, and what's the best place to advertise to find them? So back in the day, Craigslist used to be the spot to advertise for jobs, but I found out that that's pretty much bottom of the barrel. I've had much better luck posting jobs on Indeed.com, but don't think that you're going to pay someone $10 an hour. I was just at In-N-Out last night, and they pay $14 an hour. So if you want a good employee, be prepared to pay $14 an hour or more, or else they might just go work at In-N-Out. You know what I mean? Why are they going to work for you? They can go flip burgers, beautiful French fry smell for $14 an hour. Going through and trying to find some questions real quick, guys. If you want to help me out, grab some questions and paste them down on the bottom. Also, guys, if you want to call in, please call in. That number is 209-83-REEZY. DJ Astro Studios said, we need Reezy Resells fanny packs for our backup batteries and backup scanner. Dude, that'd be so sick. I'm going to write that down. Hold up. Fanny packs, dude. That's so tight. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Fanny packs. That's what's good. Fanny packs. All day fanny packs. Like black and yellow. Fanny packs. You feel me? Let's see. Not a lot of questions. Let's see. My Dymo is not printing labels properly from Amazon. So contact Dymo customer support. They got a customer support team. They pay for it. They're trying to help you. You know what I mean? Contact Dymo. They will help you figure it out. Let's see if there's any questions on. So the Asian entrepreneur says, what about how to not scan books you already scanned from before? Are you talking about at a thrift store if you've already scanned them? So one way you do is you consolidate the books that you've scanned into one area, and you leave an open area for the other. They're the new books. And then the books that go in that area, those are the new books. And so, but there's a couple other ways you can do. You can flip books upside down so that they're upside down. The casual shopper will never notice, or even the store people that work there, they'll never notice that the books are upside down. But you will, and then you'll know, oh, I've already scanned those books because I flipped them upside down. Another thing is you can do the grease pencil trick where you have a little grease pencil and you go down the edges and you mark them lightly. The super duper ninja way, though, is to get the UV ultraviolet marker and a little keychain black light on your keychain. So then you just walk down and you mark all the books with the UV marker, which is not visible in regular light. And then when you come back the next day, you just hit them with the UV light on your keychain. And the ones that aren't marked, those are the ones that you didn't scan. So the UV marker is by far my favorite way to do it. And your boy invented that. So be appreciative of that, because that's a super ninja tactic right there. Let's see if we got any more questions on here on Instagram. If you guys want to call in, the number is 209-83-REEZY. I'm also going to be I'm only home for like 2 days. I'm going to Huntington Beach for Alyssa's last softball tournament of the summer season. So if you guys are in LA, Huntington Beach area, and you want to do a meetup, I'll be there on the evening of the 6th and through the evening of the 9th. Contact Rob. His Instagram is Earth Chakra Now. He's going to be setting up some kind of meetup, a little small shindig. It might be a pizza thing, it might be a bonfire thing, who knows. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Question from COC2C says, are you doing merch on Amazon? Yes, I am doing merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon is huge. If you're not signed up for merch by Amazon, you need to sign up as soon as possible because it takes a while to get approved. If you don't know what merch by Amazon is, it's Amazon's print on demand service. Currently, they only do t-shirts. You can print on the front and back, and the name of the game is to make better t-shirt designs than the existing t-shirt designs that are already trending and getting traffic, and making sure it's not trademarked, and then you just fill up your design slots and they start selling. But mark my words, guys, merch by Amazon is going to be huge. It might even end up being bigger than FBA itself. Right now it's just shirts, but I guarantee they're going to get sublimation printers. They're going to do yoga pants, socks. They're going to do embroidery. They're going to make hats. They're going to do everything. So everything is going to be on there. Let's see. I got to end this Instagram real quick, and I'll turn it back on. 1 second. Turning Instagram back on. Okay, Instagram's back on. Let's see, I'm in the chat on YouTube. Shout out to Buying Selling New Jersey. Shout out to Stephen B. Let's see, guys. Question: how do you post? Okay, that was already on the Instagram. Thank you guys for doubling up the question. What's up, Apex Designs? Shout out to Texas. I went hillbilly Reezy on my recent video. Said we hit the head out here in America, partner. Looking for questions. This is where I need you admins at to help me so that I have questions to get to, because I got a lot of dead air right now while I'm looking for questions, and I don't like that. Let's see. When you doing another Gary V book giveaway? I need that in my life. I gave away all the books. I don't have any more Gary V books to give away. Sorry, guys. I might have a couple in the garage that I lost, but I'll find them maybe. Big Wes. Shout out to Big Wes, moderator. Shout out to the Posh Hanger. Shout out to Thriftologist. Earth Chakra is funny AF. Big Wes says I'm funny AF. If you use live only to start, you'll be okay. I've been reselling for about 2 years now, and just this last month upgraded to pro so I could up my game to MR mode. Definitely major key. So Flipty Flip says, question: some units I got from TA got intellectual right notification after I've sold a few. Is there something you can do or a way to know beforehand? Nope, there's no way to know. If you sell an item and then it gets restricted or whatever by Amazon, that's just the cards you were dealt. That's what happens. You have to move on to the next item and liquidate it elsewhere. Saib K says, stores sometimes write the price of a book inside the book, usually in pencil. Do you mark down the condition of the book within Amazon due to this? No, never. I would erase it. Definitely would erase it, especially if it was pencil. If it was pen, I would put a white sticker over it. Also, that's what I do when people have their name written inside the cover of a book. Just put a white sticker over it. Like a FBA label usually works good. Or if you need to go bigger, you can use a 4x8 zebra label and just cut it down to whatever size you need. Let's see. Thrift in the Matrix says, when you come into Atlanta, I'll be in the ATL sometime, man. If you guys hear of a conference that's out there, you got to request me, and that's how I'm going to get there. Let's see. Saib's question, 2 out of 2, says, any tips on the best way of getting rid of pencil marks without damaging the paper? Would you think permanent marker over the writing is a good idea? Sometimes that's a good idea. A sticker that says thank you printed on it. You got to have an arsenal of different types of erasers. You got to have the pink eraser. You got to have the white eraser. You got to have the gray gum eraser. If you want to make your books look nice, you know what I mean? Don't put a lipstick on a pig. Don't put lipstick on a pig. So if you have a book and it's just super gnarly, don't spend too much time. Just ship it as it is, because you're going to waste so much time taking 5,000 note tabs out of a book. If it's only worth $1, don't spend 10 minutes pulling note tabs out of it. That's not what you should be focusing on. Let's see. Brian Gonzalez says, you helped me after I quit my job with no sense of direction. I don't know how I found a video of you, Reezy, but the rest been history for me. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. I would love to know what was the first video of mine that you saw. Jonathan says, I'm only a humble pawn in the Amazon game. Definitely, man. Definitely. We're all just flesh and blood robots. All right, guys. Anybody got any more questions? Because if we don't have any more questions, I don't have anything to talk about, especially if no one's going to call in. 209-83-Reezy. Give me a call. We can chop it up. Question, what do you think about book Gaylords? I think they're amazing. It just depends about your source. Who are you getting them from? Where are they coming from? What is your per pound rate or your flat rate? And if your question is, should I get this for this price or whatever, I can't answer you. You're going to have to roll the dice and see what numbers come up and then evaluate. You might have to get 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 Gaylords before you can make a good decision on whether or not it's worth it for you. Is it sorted? Is it unsorted? Etc. Is it from a recycler? Is it from a thrift store? Is it from Goodwill? Where is it coming from? Thrifty Boss Babe says, hey, when are you doing another meetup in the Bay? Whenever you help me set one up, we'll do it, because you know I live in Santa Cruz, which is not that far from the Bay. So I would love to come meet everybody and just set up a complete, a Reezy Ninja meetup in the Bay without anybody else, just Reezy. I mean, people can show up. I want everyone to come. I don't care, but I don't want it to be, Reezy times anybody else event. I just want it to be a Reezy event because I'm a control freak and I want to do it the way I want to do it. I don't want to be subject to anybody else's, whims, desires, or whatever. If it's in the morning, I'll bring a lot of coffee. If it's in the evening, I'll bring a lot of Hennessy. We'll have a good time. See if we got any more questions. Shout out to Chicago Crown Hustler. Punch the like button, Reezy. Yeah, punch it. So just punch it, slap it, slam it, smash it, whatever you got to do. Brian Gonzalez says, the video I first saw you was the 25 ways to make money. Oh, that's a good video. If you guys haven't seen that video, 25 ways to make money, it's sick. Thriftologist says, I got to come to the Bay. Holler at E40 and Too Short. Hell yeah, you got to. E40 would be like, yo, get in that Amazon money, player. That was the worst E40 impersonation ever. But yeah, sometimes I do a good E40 impersonation. Trust me, you're going to have to trust me on that. Desmond says, Reezy, what's up with these haters on Instagram? What haters? They don't exist, bro. Nobody, like, for real. Let's address that real quick. There is no real hatred or rift in the reseller community. Reseller gang is tight. It's like 30 to 40,000 of us on Instagram that are connected very tightly. Instagram is where we be at for some reason. But some people that like to perpetuate the hate, there is no hate. It's not real. There's like 5 people that are trying to cause problems in the reseller group. And those 5 people might just be one person's account. And I prefer not to acknowledge it. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Reseller gang is tight. We all have mad love for each other. We all support each other. We shop from each other. And I just refuse to even acknowledge anybody that's coming sideways at our community. They don't exist. It's not real. Reseller community is all love. Trust me, guys. It's all love out here on the reseller gang. And you know what I mean? Is there hatred in the reseller gang? Nope. Are we super, super duper duper tight? Yup. All right. So just realize that there is no rift in the reseller community. There's a couple YouTubers that don't even sell very much that talk trash on other resellers because they do YouTube too, and they're worried about views and blah, 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 blah. They got nothing better to do but waste our time and try to drain our souls of energy, but I'm not going to let them. I'm not going to let them. They're just, I wish them the best, honestly, but what can I say? They don't exist. The only time they exist is when they say something about me, and then my Reezy Ninjas are like, hey, A-Dog A, they talking about you. Let's go get them. Here's this court case they were at. Here's their home address. Here's their, like, you don't want to talk mess on me, right? Because Reezy Ninjas are thick. Like, within 5 minutes of you talking mess on me, I got your home address. I got every court case you ever been in. I know dirty details about you. And you'll have to be making YouTube videos the next day to come clean before I expose you. But like I said, I'm not getting into that because I got way better things to do, bigger fish to fry. You're about to see me on TV and you'd still be at home crying about some crap. That's how it's going to go. Let's see. The college picker, at least he's honest. I'm a control freak. I am. I'm a control freak. When things don't go my way, I get angry. One thing you guys don't know about me is that I'm not a nice guy. Like I'm a pretty nice guy, but like when things don't go my way, I don't like it. Let's see. Reezy, read Derek's question about ISBNs non-barcoded. Could you paste it down in the bottom? That would be great because I have no idea where that question is. Every time someone writes a comment on YouTube, when I'm reading it, it jumps to the bottom of the comment and I have to scroll up again. So copy and paste that comment down there, please, and I will read it. Are you starting to prep for Q4 yet? No, I'm not. I am prepping for August and September textbook season. So I'm still buying heavily using eFlip. If you guys don't know what eFlip is, it's a software created by Caleb Roth, the book flipper, that allows you to easily search Amazon to find books that you can flip back on Amazon for profit. And if you want to try it out, I have a link down in my description for a free 10-day trial. Check it out. If you don't like it, unsubscribe, sign out after 10 days and you won't get charged. If you do like it, which I'm sure you will, because who doesn't like making money in their underwear, you'll stay with it. It's a great software. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately. And then once August and September passes and we have a large influx of cash from that textbook season, we take all that money and roll it into toys for Q4. Let's see. Mo says, don't wish them the best. Jonathan St. Vincent says, follow up to Derek. Do you use the same method as you answered Derek for CDs with no barcodes? I don't know what you're referring to, but if it doesn't have a barcode, you can use the Amazon Flow to cover search it. It's kind of tricky because it pulls up records sometimes because CDs and records have the same cover art, but that can speed things along, or you can just title search them. So the way we do it is either has a barcode or it doesn't, or it has a type in or it doesn't, or it gets flow searched. And if it doesn't come up on flow search, we throw it into the manual lookup pile, which is what you do when you have nothing else to do. Thrift in the Matrix says, question, does anyone else feel like they are in the coolest work meeting ever, or is that just me? I feel like it, man. This is our water cooler right here. Time is it? 7:07. All right, I got to end this up here pretty soon. Thriftologist said, ninjas jumping out the bushes. I swear. Big West says, I drive a BMW too. Spoiler alert, that's a throwback to something. If you don't know what that means, you don't know what that means, but it is what it is. Let's see. I like ponies. The college picker says, you won't like me when I'm angry, like the yellow Hulk. I don't really get that, but that's funny. Moose says, what are some of the best categories to invest in for Q4 on Amazon? Does your sourcing criteria change during that period? And when should shipments be in to capitalize on the upswing? So guys, you want to get everything into, let's see, November. November is when it starts to pick up really good. And the first 2 weeks of December are bananas. So definitely try to get everything in there by the beginning of November. And you know the way it works, retail shopping habits, people start buying for Christmas pretty much right after Thanksgiving. So just like around Black Friday is when you want to start sending in all your stuff in for Q4. And we focus on toys mostly for Q4, but also apparel gets a nice boost for Q4. I'm going to be doing some electronics a lot this year, thanks to my boy, I forget his name, but his Instagram name is Watch Me FBA. And his main source of inventory is Slick Deals forums. So I'm going to be looking into that to be sourcing some inventory in the electronics category because I know that sells a lot during Q4 as well. But historically, we focus on toys for Q4, and they sell really, really well. And the criteria does change because if you look at a toy and it's not Q4 and the toy has 100,000 rank, that might be a good toy. But if it's Q4 and it still has 100,000 rank, that's a terrible toy and you don't want to buy it at all, because a toy that has 100,000 rank in Q4 probably has a 250,000 rank in the off season. So you need to understand the difference between supply and demand as it pertains to sales rank. Jude says, hey, Reezy, about how long does it take to hear back from Amazon merch to see if I've been accepted? I hear it can take months. I've been waiting for a while. It can take up to 3 months or longer. Let's see. Flippy Flip says, isn't eFlip dead because of the textbook's upcoming restriction? No, it's not dead at all. Less than 5% of textbooks have been restricted. And I have no clue what you mean with upcoming textbook restriction because it's already been in place. So less than 5% of current textbooks in the database have been restricted. And it's not just textbooks that sell, guys. There's other books that sell other than textbooks. Textbooks are just the higher dollar value books. Let's see over here. Five Eyes was banned by Big West, y'all. Shout out to Big West. He banned someone. Appreciate you, Big West. Ban hammer. Put a hammer emoji down there. Let's see. Thrift in the Matrix is waiting too. Dang it, you guys are hitting me with comments and it jumps the chat. Thriftologist just got accepted. Gonna upload first shirts tonight, actually. Hell yeah, bro. I want to see. Send me a design. I want to see what you're effing with. Jessica Bright says, sweet, I live in Long Beach. Yeah, reach out to Rob, Earth Chakra now, and we're gonna set up a meetup, guys. We're just gonna kick it and have a good time. Flippy Flip says you should check out Rake and Profit's video on that too. Will ease your worries with reason. Yeah, whatever. Go check out his videos. Rakin's cool. Let's see. Thrift in the Matrix says East Side. Jonathan St. Vincent says, question, are you concerned in any way that Amazon may roll out restrictions on toys and games around Q4 more so than just sellers who haven't sent in toys and games and FBA 4? Nope. Why would I be concerned with that? Is there something forecasting that? Like, unless otherwise notified, it's business as usual. And if that does happen, then that's just what happens. Recall your inventory, sell it on eBay. Maybe you got it back within like 90 days of when you purchased it, and you can take it back to Toys R Us. So that's also another option. I mean, it's not sexy to have to go return a bunch of merchandise, especially, the retail stores are not going to like it. But you got to do what you do. We're in business. You got to adapt. Hustlers will survive, right? So rather than worry about what's going to possibly happen, I'm just going to get money, business as usual. And when it does happen, I'll pivot and adjust, sidestep mostly. Venus says, what do you think about Bitcoin? I can't say a lot about Bitcoin because I don't know too much about Bitcoin, but I do have a couple things to say. So I had some Bitcoins when they were like, I bought maybe like 5 Bitcoins at like 600 a couple years ago or a year and a half ago. And I sold them around like 675. And I was ecstatic that I made a nice profit on them. So I got my brother into it, and he bought maybe 5 coins around 675 or so. And then the market tanked and he panicked, and he actually liquidated them all for like 340. So he lost half of his money. And then right after that, they took off. And now it's $2,000 plus a coin, which is crazy. So obviously hindsight is 2020, but I still feel like there's a lot of instability about it. But I don't think it's going away. I do think cryptocurrency is the future of money. I was talking to a police officer just this last week. One of my daughter's teammates, their dad is a police officer in San Jose, California. And he was saying that the counterfeiters are on to counterfeiting 5s now. And that just got me thinking, like, wow, if they're counterfeiting 5s, that's ridiculous. You're going to have to check every bill now. You got to check hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s. That's going to add so much time to a transaction that, well, you're going to hire a whole nother person just to check 5s. It seems ridiculous. So I do believe the future is money that's a lot less counterfeitable, which is going to be cryptocurrency and RFID, paying with things like Apple Pay, stuff like that. So, and Bitcoin obviously is the most recognizable. They have the largest IP as far as cryptocurrency goes. The next one is probably Ethereum. And still, like, who knows? But the instability is really what has me worried about cryptocurrency. I don't know what Ethereum is at right now, but I believe just like last week or around that time, it dropped massively down to like $8 a coin for like 5 minutes, and then went back up to whatever it's at, which I believe is like 300 and something. So I think cryptocurrency is the future of currency. I do not know how governments will deal with it. Like if the USA wanted to make their own cryptocurrency and then ban Bitcoin or whatever, like, would that make the price go up? Would that make the price go down? Who knows? Definitely a useful thing to do, especially in countries that have very unstable money economies, because you can convert your money to Bitcoin, wait for the local currency to change, and then convert it back to local currency as needed. And of course, you can move money over any amount of money over any border with Bitcoin using a wallet like stored in your head. So definitely useful, but I'm not that knowledgeable about it. It's not my lane and I cannot talk about it. If you know about Bitcoin, please reach out to me. I would love to have you on the show and do a whole show about cryptocurrency so we can educate, myself included, but everybody about cryptocurrency. There's a lot to learn, and it's important to understand the future of money. Tyrone says, if someone is selling used books for an average of 100 to 300 but no FBA, can I sell it for around that much? Of course you can. You can sell it for more. If there's no FBA offer, you definitely. Let's see. Great show, Reezy. Thanks for the info. Later, guys. Later, Thrifty Bish. I love saying your name, by the way. You have to be super patient when investing into something like that. Businesses that use it as a tool will win. Definitely. Flippy Flip says, do you think Amazon will start restricting more and more grocery products, if any, now that they purchase Whole Foods? Great question. I do believe so, because they not only purchased, Whole Foods, they got all their wholesale suppliers and everything involved with the network. So the one thing I'm sure of is that they're going to turn every Whole Foods into an Amazon Fresh distribution center and start shipping groceries out the back to everyone that lives within X mile of distance or whatever. And I do expect them to add the Amazon logo to the Whole Foods logo at some point, maybe just the smile, maybe Amazon with the smile. Either way, like it's going to be like MSNBC. It's going to be Whole Foods, Amazon, or whatever. So not right away, but they're going to ease into it, right? And I would expect them to start selling a ton of different groceries. This brings me to another topic, guys, is that Amazon doesn't like us. We make Amazon a lot of money, but we are just flesh and blood robots for them. Our job is to identify profitable niches and categories for them. But if we find one that hits their threshold, whatever their algorithm tells them it's worth them to sell, they will do their best to push us out of the market to get a contract directly with that supplier. Amazon does not give a crap about third-party sellers. So your job is to get money however you can on Amazon. Keep your customers happy and always adapt, always look for the new way to get money. And don't worry about Amazon because they don't care about you. It's not like eBay. eBay cares about their sellers. eBay doesn't sell on its own platform. Amazon not only sells on its own platform and doesn't even show feedback for itself, which honestly I feel like it would be like 85% if they did have feedback. They also have Amazon warehouse deals, which sells used products, essentially our returns and our disposed items. They sell them themselves under Amazon warehouse deals. They also own Zappos and any other number of companies that sell on Amazon themselves. So expect a class action lawsuit on Amazon in the future, a huge one. It's going to be a big deal. But just know that, guys, Amazon doesn't give a crap about you. And so you got to do whatever you can. You got to wear the white hat, the gray hat, the black hat, whatever you got to do. Keep your customers happy and get money. Don't worry about Amazon because they ain't worried about you. Let's see. If you like Bitcoin, let me see if I can find this question because it just dipped out on me. If you like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general, y'all look into Storage Coin. A lot of people think it's one of the main upcoming cryptocurrencies. If you know about that stuff, I'd appreciate maybe having you on the show, because just a comment in the chat is not something that we can add a lot of weight to, especially when you haven't validated yourself as a Bitcoin authority. Let's see. Dude, I was one night late. I'm out here grinding at Quaker Steaks and Lubricates. All right. I don't get that. Big West loves Quaker Steaks and Lubricates. You guys are playing me. Ethereum was $11 4 months ago. Should have bought it then. Kind of late now. Kind of late now is definitely subjective because some people think Bitcoin is going to be as high as $25,000 a coin or more. There's a finite supply, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when the rewards keep getting halved, and eventually when they're all gone, I would expect the price to go up ridiculously. Let's see. You think they have subcontracted air traffic controllers in the future or drone deliveries? Drone deliveries for sure are going to happen. definitely going to happen. It's too easy, too fast, too cheap. As technology gets cheaper and drones get smaller and smaller, it's definitely going to happen. Rocco says Bitcoin is the truth. I was pumping Bitcoin when it was under 100. LOL, if you're pumping anything but Bitcoin or Litecoin, you're a joke. Again, appreciate the comment, but you haven't validated yourself as an authority on cryptocurrency, at least not to me or my audience. So we can't really put too much weight on that. Bitcoin, Rocco also says Bitcoin is going to go to 25,000. Yes. So you got all your money in Bitcoin, Rocco, or what? Let's see. Have you heard of alternative social media like Steemit, Minds, and Gab? I've never heard of Minds and Gab, but I do have a Steemit account, and I recently posted a few articles on Steemit. Amazon Seller 99 says Ethereum wasn't even designed to be a cryptocurrency. By end of the year, it's predicted that the whole system will crash. Dang. Where are you getting these predictions from? I would love to know what your guys' favorite sources are for cryptocurrency news. Jonathan St. Vincent says, I can see a partnership between DJI and Amazon for drone delivery infrastructure logistics happening. Maybe, but knowing Amazon, I don't see them partnering with a lot of people. They usually just buy out companies. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I believe Amazon doesn't need help for drones. They got it figured out. Flipty Flip says, selling used electronics, what do you think is the better platform, Amazon or eBay? It depends. You can get a ridiculous high price for some electronics on Amazon, and some of them there's less demand. I would say you should sell those on eBay, but if it has a good rank and it's selling on Amazon, I would sell it on Amazon all day. Bubble wrap that thing up and put a sticker on it. Let's see. SideQ says, question, I'm still not sure about pricing FBA items which have no other FBA or only Amazon as FBA. I appreciate Prime customers want the book yesterday. Convince me why. So if there's no used FBA offers and you want to list it used, I'd say price it about 10% under Amazon's price. I have sold many used books FBA for only $1 less than Amazon's new price. Why did they buy it when they could have got a new one for $1 more? I don't know. I don't ask those kind of questions. I just ship the books out and pack the boxes. So if there's a new price, just go a little bit less than that. You know, sometimes you reference the merchant new price and use that as your used FBA price. There's not really a right answer to that. You just have to figure it out yourself and know, how fast do you want your money back? How long are you willing to wait, etc. Side Q question, and why don't more fulfilled by merchant just send the books in? Because they're scared. Scared money don't make money. Also, there's a lot of lower end books that you can make $1 to $3 on by doing merchant fulfilled. Personally, I'd rather have my employees packing boxes and sourcing products than doing merchant fulfilled orders. So that's why we don't do it. I don't pack boxes and I don't list items. My employees do it. And so that's the main thing right there. I have a limited amount of employees and I got stuff I want them to do, and pulling orders and packing them for $1 to $3 is not something I want to do. Campos Convenience Store says, question, how long does it take for you listing to be up after Amazon gets your shipment? It varies. How did you send it? How did they receive it? Are they forwarding it to other fulfillment centers when they get it? Because they shuffle your stuff around. It could get received in a day. It could be 3 days. It could be a week. It could be 10 days. You never know. It also depends on how busy they are and how full the dock is at the moment. See if we got any more questions on Instagram. Let me scroll down to the bottom and then scroll back up. Okay, let's see. Mike says, I used to deliver for Amazon. Drones are not happening anytime soon. Yep, that's a solid information right there. We got an inside man, Mike. I'm concerned to get into Amazon because I hear tons of returns. Your thoughts? Who are you hearing this from? Because that's not a factor. Let's see. Thrifty Boss Babe says their contracts with retailers are getting angry and they would rather make them happy when they pay billions at once. Gordon says get money. Let's see. Toys sell well on eBay too. Royal Soul 93 says, when you come into New York, I just was in New York for the first time, so I can't assume that I'll be there anytime soon. SoCal Meetup, I'm expecting to see you, Shane. Reach out to Earth Chakra now because he's the one that's heading the meetup. So you know it's going to be good. What up, Joseph? Aren't you in SoCal? I would love to see you out at the meetup, man. And since you own a liquor store, you're going to bring the Hennessy, right, Joseph? I know you're bringing the Hennessy. Hennessy deal. You got that Hennessy privilege for us, Joe? Big T says, thanks for Gary V. Definitely shout out to Gary V every time. Love Gary V. Gage says, stop worrying about haters. That's what they want. Definitely not worried about them. They don't exist. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. For real, it doesn't. Reezy Ninja's going to hack your computer. For real, bro. We're out here like anonymous. We are Reezy Ninjas. Expect us. Any wholesalers that Amazon likes for movies and CDs? I think Alliance Entertainment might be a good one to go for. Let's see. Best way to get ungated in movies and CDs. I have never heard of anyone that's got ungated in CDs since CD gate happened, but I have heard of people getting ungated for DVDs. And then I think that you might be able to use Alliance Entertainment for that. We all family. We are. Question from the kid Lefty said, when you come into Arizona, I will take you to grab some good Mexican food, bro. I appreciate that. I'll come to Arizona when Arizona requests me to be there. So if you know of any type of Amazon or social media conferences that are happening in Arizona, contact those people and request my presence. And that goes for any of you guys that are anywhere. If you want to do me a favor, when there's an Amazon related conference or a social media related conference, contact whoever's running it and request your boy. And then they fly me out there and then we get to party. That's how it goes. And I can't wait to get some of that Southern Mexican food. It's a little bit different than what we got out here in Cali, though I am experienced with it because my wife's family is from Juarez and El Paso. So that's pretty much the style of food they make. Let's see. Books versus clothing. Books are great. Clothing is great too. It's just different. I'm not that educated in clothing. They don't have barcodes. You got to look it up. You got to know what the tags look like. I really appreciate people that post tag photos on Instagram. So you post like 9 pictures in one and it's just the tags. Those are the most useful photos for people that want to learn clothing so that we can learn what the tags look like, so that when we're going through the rack and we're trying to go through the rack with like a posh hanger like speed, shout out to the posh hanger, then we can see the tags quickly and then know that that's an item we should check out and look up. Otherwise, it's like, where you're going to look up every single item. It's ridiculous. So clothing and books have one thing in similar. They're not sexy. So a lot of people neglect those categories to sell in. But clothing is not only not sexy, it doesn't have barcodes. So it's harder to find, to go through and identify what's worth money. And honestly, I'm not an expert about clothing. I know what I like. So when I'm thrifting for clothing and I find stuff, it's like, please don't fit me. Please don't fit me. Please don't. Because if it fits me, there's no way I'm going to sell it. I'm just going to keep it. And that's one thing that I don't like about thrifting for clothing, is that I just keep way too much stuff. Lindsay Levy says, question, are there weight requirements when shipping a box to Amazon? Also, are there specific requirements to ship certain products in a box to Amazon? I can't imagine you just drop it in the box. Actually, you do just drop it in the box. Trust me. There is no weight requirement that I know of, but your own personal requirement should be a certain amount of pounds that makes it worth it for you. So you want to get around 30 pounds and more, and as close to 50 as you can get without going over, to get the optimum per pound rate for your inbound shipping. Obviously, some items are like, you know, they're going to like, they have all kinds of crap with them, and you might want to put that in a box and then say, you know, this is 1 unit, don't open this box, and then put the FBA label on the outside of the box. But you don't have to do that. You can put everything in a giant poly bag and bubble wrap the crap out of it and then tape the FBA sticker to that, and that will be the same. Obviously, the presentation is not the best, but it will keep your item clean, protected, and dust-free, which is your main point, so that you can deliver a quality item to the end user. Because really, that's all we are, guys. We're just servants out here. We're finding stuff that other people want, and then we're selling it for them. So don't forget that, guys. I don't know what just happened right now. I feel like, did something get dropped out? That's very weird. Someone's calling me and it's not for the show. Anyways, guys. Decline. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So that's the show, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. If you guys have any topics that you would like me to speak on, please shoot me an email, reezyresells@gmail.com, and in the subject line put topics or questions that you would like to hear answered on the show. Sorry I missed you in Colorado, Coach Drag. I would have loved to see you. Had a good time with everyone else. Make sure you connect with that community that's out there. There's some good people in that community. But until next week, guys, smash the like button real quick. Just smash it. And then after the video goes live on YouTube, put some comments on there if you guys appreciated any specific point of the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. And once again, this has been a Reezy Resells broadcast. And if you ain't flipping, you slipping.